my style, them unusual. The views when me speak, you no need to agree. Me welcome all interactivity. Rock and come in, sit for your beat. Come make we reason for real.
And yo, Jal, I'ma say comment when you need to, like if you want to, and share if you have to. And yo, Jal. Welcome to another episode of Unusual Speaks. And this is where Caldogal the Unusual express himself in such a way that he might sound different from the average person. My views are not necessarily those of any person you know on this planet. My views are not intended to cause any harm to any person, to any group, or to any organization. However, in the event that somebody's feelings gets hurt during my presentation or my program, just understand, say, me have a big, long ladder.
What?
And this ladder can help you to climb down out of your feelings safely. Also, we have some band-aids, and these band-aids can help to patch up your ego if it get bruised along the way. So with that being said, let's go jump in at today's reasoning. So today's reasoning, me gone back into the Constitution. And when me gone into the Constitution of Jamaica, which is the law that governs the land, me a reach in there and me a go take out. Yes, man, I go look and we are going now. The Road Traffic Act. And so the Road Traffic Act is broken down in a few sections. But me I go touch upon it briefly and break down the section as best as me think me can in a short presentation. Alright, so we have two entities working with each other. Sometimes it look like them different, but me I go break it down. So now you have the Island Traffic Authority, the ITA, and then you have the Transport Authority. But we have to break it down so that people don't get them confused. Now the Island Traffic Authority is the traffic authority enforced by the police throughout the land, throughout the island of Jamaica. And then the Transport Authority now is the regulatory body that is responsible for licensing and the operation of commercial vehicle and public passenger vehicles. So the Transport Authority are the group of people where you go see out there in them black hat, white shirt, and grey pants. These are known as the Transport Authority. And look here now. Every year when it come on to school time, we always see the Transport Authority them come out in them numbers. But before they can act, they need the presence of the police. Because listen now, the Transport Authority by themselves in them black hat, white shirt, and grey pants, by themselves, it no matter how much vehicle them have, they do not have the power to stop any motorist. Yes, them can't stop the motorist without the presence of the police. Now people, if you don't go out there, I want to see the police officer in a #1 uniform. What this mean? That are the candy stripe or any other government logo bearing the Constabulary force emblem. They can stop you and request the particular documents based upon the offense where them think you commit. But we are left the police them there for a minute. We are talking about the Transport Authority people. Now their rule, now their duty is to regulate public passenger vehicles. So if you notice, most of the time when you see the Transport Authority people them go out there and work, you are going to see them come with them wrecker. And yes, most of the time taxis gone from the wrecker. When you look, buses gone from the wrecker. When you look, trucks gone from the wrecker. Because they are there to regulate commercial vehicle and public passenger vehicle. But from time to time, you see private vehicle with the white plate on them vehicle. And so, yeah, say then, oh, transport authority, have them authority there to stop a private motor vehicle. Why them have it on them vehicle? Because they are working with the police. And the police now is enforcing now the ITA, which is the Island Traffic Authority. Meaning that the police can regulate any violation that comes under public passenger vehicle and commercial vehicle and the regular vehicles. So this is the duty of the police officer. And so oftentimes when the police officers and the transport authority officers, what them call inspectors, are working together, you are going to find both public passenger vehicle with the green plate, and private motor cars are go up on the record. Now, what are they looking for? There are several things that can cause your vehicle to get towed. And now let me say tow. There are several things that can cause your vehicle for police take away your vehicle from you. And they are, number one is having no road license. Number two is operating contrary to road license. Number three is operating an unlicensed vehicle. Number four is obscure license disc. Number five is obscure registration plate. Number six, registration plate not affixed. Number seven, unassigned motor vehicles. And so we can break them down in a further explanation for you. So now, with the Island Traffic Authority, which is regulated by the police,
the police conduct spot checks to ensure compliance with the rules of the road and to keep you safe. When stopped during one of these operations, slow down, pull to the side of the road, and be prepared to listen to and comply with the police's instructions. Upon request, present all documents to the officer. Remember, it is important to have all your up-to-date vehicle documents with you when driving. If you have forgotten your driver's license and it cannot be taken to you immediately and you have no other form of national ID on you, you may be asked to accompany the officer to the nearest police station until your identification can be verified.
That means them not need the transport authority to go out and regulate the operations of public passenger vehicles and commercial vehicles. But the Island Traffic, the Transport Authority can do nothing of themselves when it comes on to enforcement without the police officers. So, enough time we see the Transport Authority people in them vehicle are run down people, and people are run and vehicle get away, and vehicle go crash in another vehicle. Because the Transport Authority are move and operate with more than the authority that they have. And so, Mr. Transport Authority guy, sir, Mr. Sir, you are not supposed to do that, sir. Your duty is to regulate the licensing and make sure that the vehicles stay within the registered agreement where you and them sign to within the office. And when you come out and you discover a breach while in the presence of the police officer, then you have the authority to carry out your duty. But don't run down nobody, because that not in your job description, bad man. Okay, sir? And so people, be ready to challenge this when the transport authority act above them authority. Alright? And so just like we hold the police officers, we hold them accountable for the actions we them take against our citizens, that's how we are going to take action against the transport authority. Now people, with that being said, I now go tell you, say you must disobey a transport authority member because you say him not have the power to do that. No, him out there to carry out him duty. And him a go do him lawful execution and him duty in the presence of the police. So if you no comply, you have rowdy behavior and you feel like you can lick an officer or lick the transport officer, well, perhaps your skin tougher than everybody else. Or your lawyer, you have your lawyer upon retainer, so you know say once you assault a public person where represent the government, then you know say boy, yeah man, if you're smart enough, you don't do it. Yeah man. So now make we talk about, cause today you know we are touch little everything we're in the transport authority, even though it's a wide act and we can't cover everything in this. But what we seek to do in this and now is to offer some awareness, number one, and offer some call to action, and also may offer some solutions. Now, me see the government talk about, you know, reducing road crashes and road fatalities, and watch it, make we play that clip here.
While fewer lives are being lost on the nation's roads, authorities say reckless driving and risky behavior continue to leave many injured, a trend they say demands urgent attention and sustained awareness.
To be treated in one of our facilities, it's a cost that the country bears, but it also deprives someone else of the space in the hospital or in the facility. So
he is pushing for access to comprehensive crash data, not just fatalities, to better action on the horizon. Dr. Hones says funds from the road traffic system will soon be redirected to the Ministry of Transport to bankroll an aggressive high-level public education campaign on road safety.
The intention is to get to zero accidents, educate every single road user so that the road user, the driver, the pedestrian, the cyclist becomes responsible for themselves and for others.
If you're going to have public education, it has to be aligned with enforcement at the same time. And public education ought not just to deal with ads, but to involve training.
Lives at stake and injuries mounting, the country may be seeing signs of progress, but the road to victory is far from smooth.
So, alright. So, in this clip now, Mr. Holness talk about safety, and him talk about using up the resources when accidents occur, and especially preventable accidents, but people get hurt and them have to use up the hospital beds and all these things. Now, me no agree with, me is not a person who just get up and agree with people, you know, and Mr. Prime Minister Andrew Holness, me disagree with him on enough topics. But when it come on to this topic, you know, when him talk about road safety and it includes our Jamaican people, hey, wanna look for me good and see if me and Andrew Holness are not twin pandit. Wanna say me cuter than him? Alright, but let us talk safety. Now when Andrew talk about safety and public awareness when it come on to fatal crashes and accidents where occur in Jamaica, then me want to know if him look into this from this angle. Well, you know, say I know everybody are going to see everything from every angle. And so if you take this as if you see my video, sir, and you want to use this as something where can educate the public, feel free to use it. But me I say now, this is my opinion when me I go offer some solution. That in every school, high school especially, when the students are leaving high school, you say now students are leave high school with all 10 CXC subjects, 15 CXC subjects. And when them left school, what them are going to do with all of them subjects? Enough time them not even qualified to go to college. So them sit down on all 8 CXC subjects, 7 CXC subjects, and do what? And them not have no experience in nothing. So my solution is, before every student leave high school, these students must get a course in the traffic app. You call it the road traffic app. They must have a course in the Road Traffic Act of Jamaica. And so in the Road Traffic Act, we are going to teach them about awareness. We are going to teach them now the road signs, the road codes, and the things them with them to look out for when vehicles are being operated. Because of these children, where I graduate now, we are 17-year-old, I going to be 18-year-old. They are now eligible to get a driver's license. And so if you have a driver's license, which you don't know how you obtain the driver's license, you have never gone through the correct procedure to obtain the driver's license, then you are going to come make the same mistakes like everybody. And now everybody jump around a steering wheel and I try to drive and I try them luck at doing the right thing at the expense of other people's lives. So a lot of people lose them lives because the public awareness was not there. And so we have to introduce the students who are now going to turn adults. And more than likely, them are going to have access to vehicle, them are going to want to drive around, and them are going to want to take chances and experiment with vehicle. And the road code, the Road Traffic Act, they do not know. So we have to educate them. So this is my solution, sir. Go into the schools. Let the Transport Authority and the Island Traffic Act do a collaboration and make sure say you make a public awareness. Come on JIS or one of them public platform and make sure say you go in at every school where you can reach and give the public awareness. Because people out there don't know say no, because you toot one hand pop you are reversed and you toot your hand, somebody behind you must understand where the tooting of the hand mean. And so we are operating with confusion. So you go out in the street at Jamaica and you hear hand from all angles, pop, and somebody will say, oh, him no move out of way car, oh, him hear me hand and him see me indicator. What time did you put on that indicator, sir? It did not mean that because you are going to make a right turn now, you put on the indicator exactly as you are going to make the right turn. You have a time period where you must notify the vehicle where they're behind you or in front of you of your intention where you want to turn. The public and signals, we don't use them there anymore because most people don't know how to use these and signals. And so, may I say to you now, the people of Jamaica, like a good majority of the Jamaican public, and we can do a survey upon yourself, you know, and you can comment in the comment section that if you are a holder of a Jamaican driver's license, you can comment in the comment section if you have gone through the proper procedure to obtain your driver's license. So now, this is a public awareness. For those who would never know how to obtain a driver's license, first thing, you must get your application form, and your application form for driver's license must be signed by a JP. You saw JP important again, like me explained in my previous video. And then now you need a medical officer to sign on your form, say yes, you are eligible, you're fit and ready to operate a motor vehicle. And so with that application now, you are going to use the application then now and you take it to the tax office, pay a fee, and then from that fee now, you go down at the depot and you go do a question test and a road test. Also, after you've done the road test, showing the maneuvers what you're supposed to do. One, you're supposed to go up on an incline, tap the vehicle, come out, go back in the vehicle, and then you drive off the vehicle without running back down the ramp. The next thing what you're supposed to do is to do a parallel park on both sides to show so you're competent enough to operate the vehicle. The other thing that you need to do is supposed to drive through these cones where them set up at the depot, and you're supposed to be able to reverse through these cones without bouncing down any of these. A good majority of the Jamaican people did not know that this is the correct procedure to get your driver's license. So with the public awareness, you are going to go around now and tell the people them how to obtain a driver's license. Because a good majority of the people do not know how to obtain a driver's license. And so they are going to purchase their driver's license from whatever means they can purchase it without knowing the correct procedure. And if you are going to bypass the correct procedure, then 9 chances out of 10, you do not know the correct road signs. You don't know the road code, but you're going out there now with vehicle, going to experiment with people's lives. And so, if a public awareness you deal with, let's go. Because we're ready to help you with the public awareness. We tired to see the people, so much fatalities. And now, I realize now that the road fatalities are trending down, which is a good thing. But what Mr. Holness outlined in his conversation earlier, that even though road fatalities are trending down, accidents are still on the rise with motor vehicle. And so if we can get the public to understand the proper road signals and the proper turns and to use the proper warning devices, which is your horn, which is your indicator and your hand signals, and we use them in the correct way, and we obey the traffic signs, knowing that when you come to a traffic sign, the first vehicle will come to the traffic sign are going to be the first vehicle will go through when you're there at a 4-way stop sign. And once you educate people as to how to use the proper road signs, symbols, then we can have a significant reduction in the road fatalities, accidents, and injuries. Now, when you feel say now me talk about the normal public and you think say the police officers who are entrusted to enforce the law, you think them know all of this too? If you go out there and ask the survey to the police officers, how much police officers who don't know went through the correct procedure to obtain him driver's license? Some of the police officers really know the law by accidentally, running into it, by enforcing it. But them never know this beforehand, because them too, just like everybody else, bypass the system and go and obtain the license by whatever means them can obtain it. So, this is my recommendation. Since everybody know a loophole how to get a driver's license without going through the proper channel, Mr. Minister of Transport, think about this now. Driver's license should be something that is offered to the public. And so as long as you reach 18 years old within the country, or whatever age you set in a parliament, but for now the correct age is age 18. And so people, this that I'm offering, this is not law. This is my opinion. And this is unusual speaking. This is my opinion, not in any law. I'm saying, if you can obtain a driver's license from any means where you know how to get it, by getting a link, we know a link, we know a next link, we can get the link done, and you find yourself with a driver's license, you don't know no road code, you not even can move. A lot of people have a driver's license and never sat around a round a steering wheel yet. So I'm saying, if you know how to get a driver's license, and since the government already knows that people are buying them driver's license and not going through the correct system, then Mr. Government, set up this that every person, as long as him reach 18 years old, can go to the tax office and pay for him driver's license. Set up this as something that you can do your test online, and so don't just set it up that one person can just you alone go in front of the place. So make this as something be available that everybody can see it online. And then you know say in order for you pass this test, you definitely have to go through these questions and you have to have an understanding of the road traffic. Then when you get through that, then everybody supposed to go through a driving test. But if you see now the depots are not big enough for everybody go through the driving test down at the depot, then my other recommendation is that the taxi people them and the bus driver and other people want a ticket every day. The money we want to take from taxi operators and the money we want to take from regular motorists, right? No, I know the police that me are talking about. The Minister of National Security along with the Ministry of Transport and the Ministry of Finance will regulate this money where depend upon this revenue where for people commit traffic breaches so that this can go in at the budget. Me I say now, take half of the money we wanna charge people and put that in at the budget for service the economy and use half of this money as educational programs so that these people can go to a reputable driving school sanctioned by the government, and so that people can obtain them driving results, driving records, and also them driving the things that they went through to obtain them driver's license. And so with this, you have a good majority of people out there who cannot read and write, and they have driver's license. And I'm not saying that because a man that can't read and him a drive, him is a worse off driver than you will have 15 CXC subject and 5,000 degrees. You know mean say you can drive better than the person we can't read. It's just that you are able to read better than the person and it gives you a better chance to obtain a license. But me and you know say the man that cannot afford, the man that can't read none at all, more time him drive more careful than the man we have him 70,000 degrees. So make it be a fair system, man. Whether a person can read yes or no, as long as him know the road code. You know if he can spell McDonald, if he knows that I sign the name McDonald. You know if he can be the best reader if he knows that I sign the name KFC. Yeah? And so once you know the road code, then you can be a legitimate driver on our nation street. If you know the road code, then you can operate a motor vehicle safely. And that we are dealing with. So if you can operate the motor vehicle safely, the government get the revenue where them supposed to get, and the public get the public education where them need in regards to the road safety, then I am saying that I believe that this could bring a further reduction in accidents, fatalities, and the usage of government resources. So, my people, wanna think? Wanna comment in the comment section? You know if you like my program, make your comment, you know. If you don't like the program, you can state why you don't like it. If you like it, you like it. And if you share it, that is good. Tell a friend, tell another friend, tell somebody else, come over here so we can find some solutions to protect our Jamaican citizens. So with that being said, my people, and yo Jal.
Call Dougal, my style them unusual. The views when me speak, you no need to agree. Me welcome all interactivity. Rock and come in, sit for your beat. Come make we reason for real.
And yo Jal, I'ma say comment when you need to, like if you want to, and share if you have to. And yo Jal.